California. Again, I'm Byron Easterling, and this is EXP. And I have another thought for today that I wanted to just bring to the table and discuss it a little bit, and then I'll have something at the end. But this is about, and the title is, "Do you carry the message or the vision?" And I've discovered through the years. Uh, let me move this in a little bit. You might not be hearing me real clearly. Sorry about that. You might. I've discovered through the years that there is a difference, a distinct difference between those who carry a message and those who carry a vision, and how those operate in our world. Now, the message to me kind of triggers that passage out of Romans 10:14, and let me read that. It says, "How then are they to call on him in whom they have not believed? How are they to believe in him whom they have not heard? And how are they to hear without a preacher?" So there's a spoken word, a heard word, and a response. This is out of the NASB. And it hits me that if you don't speak it, you can't hear it. And if you can't hear it, you can't respond to it. That's all the word is saying, right? There's no magic to it. This is just truth, simple truth. When you speak, something is heard, and you have a choice then to respond, right? So with a messenger, with a message, in fact, that word in Romans 10:14, that last word is without a preacher. What is that word? That word, let me pop that up on here because this word is a Greek word. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to say it, and I'm not even going to try. But here's the deal. That word basically has the meaning of a proclamation. It's a message that's proclaimed. Another word they say is to herald. And there were heralds, of course. In the Old Testament, there were runners with the word. Otherwise, those who ran with the words were the heralds. They heard from this prophetic voice. They heard this message from the king or others, and they ran with the message. They were heralding a message. And that, to me, is what a messenger does. They have something in them that God is, hopefully it's God ordained and placed there by him, and then released on the earth to those they have influence with. It's that simple. When you have a message, you know you have a message, you release that message any way you can, simply because you must. It's a part of who you are, right? Yeah. So now on the other side of the coin, the visionary or the vision is what activates the message. It's a very simple process. A messenger hears and speaks out the word, and the visionary comes along and takes that and creates strategies and outcomes. Man, when they work together, it's a powerful joining together of forces. A great example of that to me is our farm project in Nicaragua. It started because in 2000 I was in a place called Boaco, Nicaragua, which is kind of on the east side of Nicaragua, not all the way over, but kind of in the mountainous region of Nicaragua. I was up in the hills. We were doing an event there. We were doing a conference. And in the middle of the night, I woke and had this intense vision of that became the farm project. And it talked about how back in the 50s, I had this understanding about how back in the 50s and 60s, Nicaragua was like the breadbasket. Come to find out, those were actual words, the breadbasket of Central America. And that God wanted to raise that up again through individuals, farmers, different people, different situations, to build that again and release that out into other nations. 3 years, I wrote that vision down and I prayed about it. I got more insight on it. I did more study on Nicaragua. And in the process, I ended up having 5 guys go with me down there to share and talk about this vision. One of those people was Lek Heflin. Now, Lek has been a longtime friend. There's many stories that we've experienced together. But here's the deal. Lek was called on by God to take the message that message that I had received and vision that into something. He had strategy for it. And that has grown into something that I could never do with just a simple message. But he took it, added strategy to it, and now it's going to be replicating and duplicating itself, Lord willing, all over the world. But right now, it's duplicated and replicated itself in 5 different regions around Nicaragua. When you put the messenger and the visionary together, it can create a powerful, powerful, just intense synergy. Yeah. So as I was doing this, I started realizing how do we individually discover if I am a messenger, if I carry a message, or if I am a visionary and have strategies that help people? Well, I'm going to start with this. It's very simple. I'm going to give you this. One is, are you a messenger? Do you find yourself contemplating on new ideas where they come to your mind and you're thinking about them and you might jot them down? I can't tell you how many places I have written down different ideas and thoughts. I think a classic example of that is probably like Sir Richard Branson. They say that he'll come in and drop 10 or 20 different ideas, and then his crew, who are the visionaries in the sense of practically applying them. Branson is a messenger. He just happens to have a lot of money and is able to make sure they're done. Same with Musk. Elon Musk is very similar to that. He has teams of people around them. So you see the difference between, do you find yourself contemplating on new ideas, or do you love developing strategies that fulfill a task, bring it to fulfillment? Start there. Answer yourself those questions. If you're looking to find, am I a messenger, or do I carry that vision strategy side? Now, here's what I am going to do. I am going to offer this kind of cool idea is, if you want to join in on a discussion, I would love to have a discussion with you all. Down at the bottom there, you'll see it scrolling through, is if you want to be a part of a small group, contact us at bhhinternational@gmail.com, right? And we'll get you some information on that. Cool. Yeah, I'm just going to let that roll for a second. In the meantime, know that we are I'm so enjoying a new season in my life. And I hope to come to you with many thoughts, many ponderings in the coming days, weeks, months, Lord willing, years, of the things that Crystal and I have gained of 40 years in ministry. We're also starting some trainings that are going to be online for you, and we'll let you know more about those. But in the meantime, have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. See you.